Shocking and emotional moments caught on body camera video at an Arizona healthcare facility after a patient in a vegetative state unexpectedly gave birth.
We're allowed to have female caregivers.
Okay.
So I know mom, sister, and brother have been here to see her.
Okay, and she has a full female staff, usually.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And she never goes home, as far as you know?
As far as I know, I've never seen her go home at all.
Sheldon, little bootleg ass studio.
I was down on my looking to hit me a lick, ready to get into some since I was a jit. I had big dreams of getting rich. Now we leveling up in this. Take a look at my kicks. You know we stepping on toughest nigga. First one to get hit don't make me send a blitz. My head is itching for it. Hollow to spit like a list, but wait. Whoa, now what's the motherfucking deal? Welcome back to Sheldon's bootleg ass studio where we come to kick your vibe out and shoot this shit with Sheldon, man. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all for pulling up. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's go and get into this video of today. Now, title reads, a nurse, R-word, you know, the word that rhymes with grape, impregnated a patient in a vegetative state at a Arizona hospital. Now, this ain't a new story. This story is quite old. It's a few years old, but the body count footage is just now coming out, and we had it. You know what I'm saying? But if this is your first time hearing about it, if you know nothing of this story, let me bring you up to speed real quick. You feel me? Now, according to CNN, a 36-year-old nurse has been arrested on suspicion of impregnating a woman in a vegetative state who unexpectedly gave birth last month at a Phoenix healthcare facility, police said Wednesday. And this is not a current article. This article was posted January 24th, 2019. So this is one of the initial news stories covering it. All right, now Nathan Sutherland, a licensed practical nurse who was caring for the woman at the Hacienda healthcare facility, has been charged with 1 count of sexual assault and 1 count of vulnerable adult abuse, according to court documents from Maricopa County Superior Court. All right, now we got that body count footage. Let's not waste no more time. Let's go and get up into that. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's go and get up into it right now. If you ain't fucking with my nigga Sheldon, nigga, fuck you. Yeah.
Look, he wasn't really had the baby come in.
Shocking and emotional moments caught on body camera video at an Arizona healthcare facility after a patient in a vegetative state unexpectedly gave birth.
Did anyone know she was pregnant?
I didn't know. I didn't know she was pregnant.
While the body camera video was just released this week, the incident happened back in December of 2018. That's when Phoenix police were called to Hacienda Healthcare on the city's south side after reports came in that a patient gave birth to a baby boy.
Because you're going to go through the double doors right here, and then it's a building that you're going to...
Thank you.
Body camera video shows officials arrive to the chaotic scene.
So, I'm trying to figure out, like, how did they link the nurse? It's good that they did. But I'm saying he had to been very weird or something. They was suspicious of his ass a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? He probably, you know, was waving red flags long time ago. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, any visitors couldn't have been in the lineup of a possibility of doing so. You know, was there any male visitors? Or did they go straight to him and find it? You know what I'm saying? The first person that they tried it was him. You know what I'm saying? Because, dude, if you look at him, he looked like something is off. That's all I'm going to say.
Nurses are visibly upset and crying. The recording captures these tense moments.
I was in the room, and I was like...
I was looking around, I couldn't see my car. I was down on Winston.
I don't have no information.
Oh my God, he's straight. He's right there.
So what happened? What do you see? She just stepped out because she's just in a little shock.
Yeah,
okay.
She's very emotional.
Almost immediately, first responders begin their investigation, asking questions about the patient and about healthcare staff.
I wonder, was he there at work when it happened? You know what I'm saying?
Only allowed to have female caregivers.
Okay.
So I know mom, sister, and brother have been here to see her, but they see her out in the day room. I'm the UL. I'm in charge on the weekend. So during the week, I only work Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Does she get 16 male visitors other than family?
Does she ever go home?
They rolled them cameras back. That's what happened.
He doesn't go home at all.
Okay.
She never goes home.
Who's her lead, like lead nurse, I guess? Or is it just like a rotation?
It's rotation.
Officers ask who often sees the patient and whether male nurses have access to her room.
When I looked, it wasn't really had the baby come in.
Okay. Did anyone know she was pregnant?
I didn't know. I didn't know she was pregnant.
That's crazy. How could you not know?
Do you know how?
I mean, she must be a nice sized woman for you not to know. Or that baby has to be real small. Maybe because the baby, maybe she's not up moving, getting enough nutrients, sunlight, protein, and all that type of stuff. Possibly she can feed through a tube. She's in a vegetative state. Like, I don't know. What is that?
Visitations here work?
Honestly, no.
Honestly, no? Okay. And then does she have any male staff that work with her?
No.
Are there any male janitors, anyone that goes into the rooms unattended by themselves, as far as you know?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, and she just has a full female staff, usually?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And she never goes home, as far as you know?
As far as I know, I've never seen her go home at all.
Okay. And then people that, as far as you know, the only people that are visitors is just family?
Yeah, mom, dad, mom, sister, and the brother.
Do we have all their info? Do they have like a sign-in log or like a visitor?
The nurse just took it. Yeah, we have the sign-in log up in the front.
Mom, sister, brother? Mm-hmm. Do you guys have any male, because I guess what we're trying to figure out is
I understand.
We have staff or anyone that has
male
access.
staff, but Wendy is only female care only.
Okay, so no males ever go into her room, allegedly. Okay.
And we only have two. One's PRN, and the other one only works certain hours, but we never have them on this side. There's a whole nother side on that side.
Okay, so is this only female, staff area? So only females are allowed to, in a sense, work in this area with it too?
Well, the guys come through here because we have another side that go that way.
Okay.
But they're always with they have their patient.
Okay.
At the time, investigators weren't sure who to suspect, but eventually one of the male nurses, Nathan Sutherland, was arrested and charged. Before that, though, officials started the investigation by checking visitation logs and security video.
Can we see where the other nurses went with her charts and stuff?
Up in front where we come in.
Okay, perfect. Do you mind staying with this one, Rosa?
So we have a sign-in log that everybody has to sign in when they come in.
Do you guys have any cameras in the facility, like that point out into the to the hallways?
So we're under construction. So in here, I know that there's not. I know they're in there just in case tools get stolen. Outside the facility, I can show you where they just recently put them on.
How do the visitation work here in the hospital? Do you know?
I know they come in and they sign. Every time anybody comes in, they come in and sign. And from my understanding, it's people that are approved, so family members and stuff like that.
So it has to be an approval reference.
So they probably in their mind suspecting it probably to being a family member. It's what it's sounding like at first. You know, male nurse is not ruled out at this point. You know, there's still a possibility, but they're probably more so leaning towards it being a family member, you know, right now. Until that truth came out, you feel me? They rolled back them security tapes. I'm sure that's how they linked his ass to it. And then his DNA.
They get visited?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have all the logs of how they've been signing in?
Yeah, they should be signing in that book.
In that big book?
She knows more about it. She's in charge of it.
Do you know how far back those go?
No, that she would know. She would be the one to know.
Biggest thing we're trying to get right now is I know they're working on getting it for me, it's just all of her medical records, primary care physician, nurses, visitor logs tracking about probably 9 months back.
Okay.
Um,
Start writing that stuff down.
Yeah.
So if you don't have to write it down, if we can just show us where it is, we'll do it ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, if they can just make copies, even that'd be perfect.
She thought she was finna have to do all that work. She was like, okay. Oh, shit. And he was like, oh, yeah, well, damn, you ain't got to do it. We will do it because the way that the officer asked, you know what I'm saying, it sounded like he wanted her to do it, really. Back it up a little bit.
Just trying, and I know they're working on getting it for me. It's just all of her medical records, primary care physician, nurses, visitor logs tracking about probably 9 months back.
Okay. Start writing that stuff down.
Yeah.
So if you don't have to write it down, if we can just show us where it is, we'll do it ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, if they can just make copies, even that'd be perfect. But mom, sister, brother are the ones that visit her. There's a sign-in roster for it. There's no cameras in the facility.
Damn, no cameras?
So you need visitor log, I'm sorry.
Visitor logs, primary care physician, primary nurse.
Is it the same staff?
No.
It's a rotating staff.
Okay.
So, because like today,
Staffing schedules. Are you looking
for any male staffing schedules. So, yeah, it's going 9 months back.
In a statement released this week, Hacienda Healthcare wrote in part, quote, "Seeing video from that night almost 5 years ago is still gut-wrenching. Our hearts again go out to the victim and her family."
Months back.
In a statement released this week, Hacienda Healthcare wrote in part, quote, "Seeing video from that night almost 5 years ago."
Oh, seeing video. I thought that was about to say the video. I'm like, hold on, they got video footage? They probably talking about this body cam footage.
Is still gut-wrenching. Our hearts again go out to the victim and her family. Local TV stations report the patient is healthy, but has since been transferred to a different healthcare facility. This December, her son will turn 5 years old. As for Nathan Sutherland, he later pleaded guilty to 2 felony counts of abusing.
But how did they link him if there was no security footage? How did they know it was him? That's what we're trying to figure out.
And sexually assaulting the patient. He was later sentenced to 10 years in prison. Reporting for Long Crime Network, I'm Sierra Gillespie.
Damn. Did I miss it? Did they say how they linked him? Other than his DNA? Maybe they just went through all of the male nursing staff that was there and just went ahead and DNA tested everybody. Did I miss how they linked his ass? That's what I'm trying to figure out, how they found out it was him before it got to his DNA. You know? Let's read more on this article. It says a court order compelled Sutherland to provide a DNA sample to investigators on Tuesday. And this is that old article again from, 2019. All right, so it says that court order compelled Sutherland to provide a DNA sample to investigators on Tuesday, and crime lab technicians determined his DNA matched the baby. Phoenix Police Sergeant Tommy Thompson said Sutherland was arrested on Tuesday. A judge said a cash bond at $500,000 and scheduled Sutherland's next court appearance for January 30th. The nurse is being held in the Maricopa County Jail. Sutherland has invoked his Fifth Amendment rights and has not participated in any interview with police, Thompson said. The arrest is the latest chapter in a weeks-long investigation that started when the 29-year-old woman, who was not able to give consent and has been at the facility since 2002, gave birth in late December. Investigators are trying to determine whether he has assaulted anyone else or whether this woman was assaulted more than once, Thompson said. I'm sure he probably done some other ones, unfortunately, and she was tampered with more than once, unfortunately. I'm almost sure of that, but I digress. All right, so maybe this is it right here. Let's get up into this right here. It says investigators obtained search warrants for records that helped them identify people who had access to the woman, as well as court orders to get DNA evidence from men who worked at the facility. Police said, there we go. That's what I needed. Detectives learned that Sutherland was among those responsible for caring for the woman during the time this sexual assault occurred. So how is he responsible for caring for her if she was under only women care? Was he, feeling in for somebody or something? you know, what happened there. But anyway, let's continue. It says detectives learned that Sutherland was among those responsible for caring for the woman during the time this sexual assault occurred, leading to the court order compelling him to provide a DNA sample, Thompson said.
Sheldon, little bootleg ass studio.
All right, so yeah, that's what I needed right there. So, as I thought, you know, with the situation at hand, all of the men that worked there at the time had to submit a DNA test. Unfortunately, you know, those who were innocent had to undergo this procedure against their will and submit their DNA test to prove their innocence. You know, but yeah, I'm glad they found out who it was, and well, there you have it. Let me know how you feel about this in the comment section below. If you vibed all the way out to the end, I really do appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, I'm SheldonVybez. Man, these ought to be cool like the other side of the pillow. Stay light on your toes like you're supposed. Oh yeah, no.
If you ain't fucking with my nigga Sheldon, nigga, fuck you. Yeah.
Oh God.